big thing for you guys was like the team houses. You guys were hitting that niche at the perfect time. It's not as popular as it used to be back in the day. I don't know exactly why it goes like that, but for that first at the 6050 Russell Drive, was that the first team house?
Yeah.
Correct. What was like the atmosphere like in there? I remember you guys have opened up about it now, how it used to be dirty, or you go in there'd be weed trays everywhere. But like, what was like just like going in there and that time period compared to like I guess like the HQ nowadays? Like, what are the vibes like in there?
Everything's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as messy, and you got to realize, right? Like back then, team houses didn't exist in Korea specifically, and those that sort of area existed. But then Envy had a house in North Carolina before we did, but they were like a training center more than anything. Like I don't think they created any sort of content. But for us, it was a matter of creating content first, right? Like we were gonna train and not we, but the players were gonna train and practice for their competitions. But at the same time, like the thing and the way to make money back then was through videos. So we all got together and we're like, yo, listen, we're already practicing together. Why not, focus on content? Obviously, OpTic was a content-driven team from the second that I put my hands on it. It was a content-driven team. Call it, early Call of Duty 4, right? That's when we started. So by the time that we got to the house, it was Black Ops 2. Right, so there was a period of time, there was like 3 to 4 years where we were building this audience, and when we had 300,000, 350,000 subscribers on OpTic Nation, that's when we stepped back into competitive, and that's when HECZ came in 2010, and then shortly thereafter, like two years of working the system and working the YouTube, HECZ became big enough to where we said, all right, let's all get together into a house. You guys are gonna practice and compete, but we're gonna record it and we're gonna create this sort of content. So yeah, for us it was all about making a living off of something that we like doing. And the second that I found out that you could make money off of YouTube, that's when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna force these kids to make YouTube videos so that they can put money in their pockets and they don't have to rely on winning tournaments to make ends meet. And that's where the story began.
And you definitely bred a lot of. I mean, obviously, Nadeshot himself is a
$400 million company.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean.
Definitely.
And look at FaZe, right? Like they have a $1 billion company, and it's all from the OpTic model, right? Like it's something that we developed very early on that other sniper teams sort of became like interested in. FaZe comes in and does like all the new shit. We took a competitive approach while still and a personality approach to it. While FaZe, Tommy, and all the early dudes like were all about trick shotting and bringing the skateboarding brand into, or the skateboarding lifestyle into this thing, and yeah, they became who they became. And if you think about the amount of people that have been inspired by FaZe, that are inspired by OpTic, like we changed it. The gaming industry changed YouTube for the better, right? Like in my days, in the early come up, there was no, like, I didn't make money for 2 years on YouTube. It was all word of mouth. It was a creative outlet for me since I was working at a bank or in a mortgage company, and I couldn't paint trains and run the risk of being put in jail and losing my job because I have a felony, or I have a hit on my record. So while trying to be a corporate dude because I wanted to provide for myself and my family, I also was doing bad shit that could have put me in jail, right? And it was all because I loved painting my name on shit. So for me, it was like this thing where I needed to let my creativity go somewhere, and it was editing and word of mouth, right? Spreading the Call of Duty gospel.
And you still edit a lot of your videos today. I know you got editors and cameramen now, but I do see you edit a lot of vlogs yourself.
All my vlogs, yeah.